It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show, where it is our mission to try to bring you some news you could use. Today is no exception to that rule. You can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget to visit the website at obnradio.com with our 24-hour stream. And just in case you have one of those smart devices, all you have to do is say, hey, play the latest episode of the Mike Prince Show, and just like that, you'll have everything that you need. And with all that being established, let us jump into today's episode. Well, today is the scheduled day of the All-Star festivities beginning for MLB, which will be kicked off with the HBCU All-Star Classic from Seattle, Washington. A very late start in the Central Time Zone area, be a 9 p.m. start. I guess that's the disadvantage of being out there on the West Coast or in that Western time zone. So they will have a late start. I can tell you right now, we'll definitely have to have a report on that the following day. But nonetheless, a very exciting time. King Griffey Jr. with the Swing Man event will have HBCU athletes from all over to come and compete, to be displayed in another showcase to let the rest of the world know that there is some marginable baseball talent within HBCU circuit. So it'll be very exciting to see the results and, even more importantly, the turnout of the night's event. So we'll keep you in tune here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network with everything that will be coming from Seattle, Washington. Well, as we get closer toward the end of this first half of the baseball season from the MLB ranking, I've got to admit that in my 56 years of living, I have never experienced a season that my beloved St. Louis Cardinals are having right now, but it's just one of those things. And in summary, I do understand what it's like to be a Chicago Cub fan, a long-time fan of teams that have struggled consistently. And this, by far, has been somewhat of a stressful baseball season, but you continue to root for the home team, right? And it's just a matter of seeing this one through and learning from its different perspectives, which kind of leads me back to the college ranking, and in particular on baseball. There are consistent programs that are consistently struggling, and you have to ask yourself, why is that? Is it all on economics, or is it on economics plus philosophy plus availability? And we were going through the criteria for the difference between a one-star recruit and a five-star recruit, and can you really build winning programs with a bunch of ones and twos? Begs to differ, depends on the philosophy, but it is something to be looked into. Yes, it's really easy to buy a championship, as some will accuse LSU of doing with this year, with $1 million in NIL and all the other little attributes that come with it. But can you really build a bona fide program with one and twos? One and twos, of course, are the low man in this spectrum when it comes to the searching for the stars. And can you find enough? Wow. And if I go looking from the competitor in me, I'm going to say yes, but maybe not as consistent, obviously, as your 3s through 5. But with the proper understanding of the people that you do bring in, knowing that this is a definite joint effort, I believe you can have some significant success with a baseball program. I can't necessarily say that for football nor even basketball, but definitely with a baseball program. As I've always stated, the key for any successful baseball program is going to be in your pitching. And it's not necessarily how hard a guy is throwing, but it's going to be on a guy understanding how to pitch and when to throw a strike. See, one thing about pitching, it's not about throwing strikes all the time. You want to be able to throw strikes, A, when you need to, You definitely got to be able to throw strikes when you need to. And you're going to have to be able to throw pitches that appear to be a strike before the batter swings with some type of movement or some consistent ability to locate your pitches with a more consistent basis. So I'm going to say technically that you can build a consistent, competitive winning program. And when I say a consistent, competitive winning program with a D1 schedule, that you could win more than you would actually lose with some ones and twos. Now, will it be an easy feat? Absolutely not. But let's be real about the situation. It's not an easy feat when you coach FCS programs, HBCU programs, but it is an opportunity for you to work your magic and for you to be able to show and display your recruiting skills, your coaching skills, your development skills, and your skills of leading guys who are considered underachievers. Because a lot of this is mental as well. You can have all the attributes or you can have very few attributes. It's all going to depend on your mental toughness, your mental approach towards the game. There's no saying hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So the ability to work with what you have, mold it into one fine machine. I don't care if that fine machine consists of ones and twos, threes and fours, or fours and fives. Whatever you have together, get them on one accord and let them strike for gold. We're going to keep you posted. As always, I am so thrilled and honored that you guys would join us here on a daily basis at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Mike Prince Show to listen to what we have to say and even comment on what you have to say, which leads me to some of the comments that we had throughout this week and a resounding no for the poll that we had taken on do you consider competitive eaters as athletes or, sports guys? And it was absolutely not, Mike. We do not. So I heard you loud and clear on that one. I guess my next question would be, do you consider gamers in the world of esports that has taken over the college atmosphere, do you consider those guys athletes? We'd like to hear what you got to say on that. Until the next time, I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network and visit the website at obnradio.com. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.